What is your leadership style? Hello friends, today we will review leadership that gets results. Whenever we ask somebody what is leadership, people may say leaders motivate, leaders show the path, leaders have the vision. But you ask some experienced leaders, what is leadership? The answer would be leaders get results. A survey was done around 6,000 corporate leaders. People found out that there are 6 styles of leadership that gets results. So what are these 6 styles of leadership? A lot of these style of leadership, you may have multiple style of leadership, and it's also situational. In one situation, you may demonstrate one style of leadership. The first style of leadership is dictator leadership. In dictator leadership, you give orders. Do what I tell you to do. It is not fun to work for a dictator, right? Especially in software field, we like creativity. And if somebody is giving orders, it's not fun to work with. But there is a place for dictator kind of leadership if you have very irresponsible team members. A lot of time people found out when there is a crisis, there is some disaster. In that cases, dictatorship leadership do get results, but it will have very negative climate. People won't be enjoying working. People don't want to work. It doesn't work in the long term. So for a lot of military dictators will fall into that kind of leadership. Second, leaders are visionary leaders. These leaders who have a vision, they know what the future looks like. They know where they want to take their company to take them. So they have clear communication. They give good feedback to their team members, whether they are near their vision or not there. So it's has a very positive climate, and this is the exemplary leadership you should have. If you are trying to get into some leadership position, you should have some vision, you should have some dreams. That you, if you are becoming a technical lead, you should have some goals, that you will be following some good industry practices. You will help your team to follow good practices. You will guide them, educate them. So this is one of the best leadership style. The third leadership style is people-oriented. In people-oriented leadership, you care about people. People come first. Then comes the project, deadlines. So in people-oriented in a style, whenever there's some achievement, you take pizzas for your team member. You take care of your members. You care about your members' feelings. The drawback of people-oriented leadership is that you may not offend people. You may not give the real feedback. People may think they are too good, and whatever the constructive criticism you may give, people may not take it seriously. So that is the drawback of people-oriented leadership style. The fourth is democratic. In democratic, you run your department, your team by meetings. You hold meetings about meetings. So that's the drawback of democratic leadership style, that you can die with meeting. You can have too many meetings. You may not ever reach a decision. I attended once a meeting of one leader who followed that democratic style. So after 3 months, I joined his meeting, and still they were discussing the same topic that they were discussing 3 months before. After democratic, there's a pace-setting leadership. In pace-setting leadership, you want the best performance. You push people. You don't like any inactivity, inefficiency. If somebody says he can do in 2 hours, you say, I can do in 5 minutes. Why you need 2 hours to finish this assignment? Again, the drawback of this leadership is I have seen in my personal experience, it's not professional. You should be asking, if somebody is taking you think too much time, you need to ask him to break down into small stories, small tasks, small estimates, and give you the estimate. I have seen people, sometimes people have too much enough, and they tell their leaders that if he can do 5 minutes, why doesn't he do in 5 minutes? Why he's bothering them? So you can get some negative effects, negative pull back, push back. So this kind of leadership is good when you have very motivated people, very determined people. You can get results in that kind of environment. Sixth and final leadership is coaching. In the coaching leadership, you coach your people for future. You take personal interest in the development of your team members. You make sure that you're teaching them good practices. You're making sure they are getting training, they are getting exposure to the good practices. So these are the 6 leadership style. Chances are you may have multiple leadership style into this. As the author recommends, it's not you have to fit yourself into one type of leadership and stay. So you have to see what is the company culture, what is your department culture, what is the situation, and based on situation, pick one of the leadership style and get the things done, give the results. So friends, if you like this video, watch my other videos in business book reviews. Also like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel for your regular updates. Connect with me on LinkedIn and Twitter, especially LinkedIn if you like small summaries of the video. I will be posting a lot of small summaries of the video on LinkedIn. Thanks again.